Hi, I'm Brian Reynolds from thebridgeteachers.com, and today I'm going to show you how to play bridge online when you can't use a mouse and keyboard. Now, last week I separated my shoulder snowboarding, very painful. I It's not my mouse hand. This is my mouse hand over here. But if it were my mouse hand, it would be very difficult for me to put my arm in that position and to play bridge without a lot of pain and discomfort. Obviously, there are other reasons why you may not be able to use a mouse and keyboard, disability or any injury, something like that. So I'm going to show you how, while you're injured or you can't use a mouse, you can still play bridge. And in fact, this harkens me back to my first days of sort of like getting good at the game. I fractured my leg at a sword fight in downtown Atlanta. True story. And I couldn't walk for 6 months. And I played bridge online for 8 to 10 hours a day. And it was great. But I could use a mouse then. What do you do when you can't use a mouse? All right. Now I'm on a Macintosh, and I'm going to be using something called voice control, which is part of the Mac OS system. You might be on a PC, in which case you have something called Voice Access on Windows 11. These are free programs. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to pay anybody. Don't fall for any scams, third-party software, or anything like that. This is all on your computer. I don't have a Windows PC with Windows 11 on it, so I can't show you that software. However, the research I've done shows it's very, very similar. And right now, my focus is on showing you how to use this software to play bridge. That might be some research you have to do on your own if you're on a PC. Now, voice control is currently turned off, but it is set up. It takes some setup. There is a tutorial you can see down here. It says open tutorial, but I already have it set up. Once you have it set up, it's actually pretty cool. You say, start listening. Now, sometimes it's a little squirrely. Let's see if I can get it to go. Start listening. Okay, so my guess is this has to be turned on. Yeah. No? Yeah. Okay. Stop listening. Okay. So that little blue button does have to be turned on. I'm not going to edit out like mistakes I make or anything like that, because I want you to be able to follow along and say, hey, this didn't work for me the way he showed it. Like, there's a problem, right? I'm not going to streamline everything. I'm going to show my mess ups and everything else like that. So I guess that blue button does have to be on, but now you can say, start listening. Great. I've noticed that it really wants you to take a pause between your normal speech. Let's say you're talking to somebody and giving it a command. If you don't do that, it gets kind of confused and you might have to repeat yourself. In this case, it heard my command, and you'll see that I have a bunch of numbers on my screen now. And each one of these numbers represents some button that I could push or some field that I could press into. Obviously, I'm done with voice control, so I want to be able to get to Google, so that Google Chrome, so I can play Bridge Bass. So I'm going to say 2.5. And now I'm out of voice control. All right, well, now how do I get up to Google so I can go to Bridge Bass? I want to press into that field on the computer. I'm going to say 3.8. bridgebass.com. Press enter. So it didn't like that. Select all. Bridgebass.com. $64. Great. Now it's taking me to the login screen. It's already auto-filled my login and password. This may be something you have to do. You'd do it the same way. You'd say the number of the field, and then you'd say it, you'd type it out. I would say that, getting a little bit of help to get everything set up would probably make things a lot easier. If you're not already set up for Bridge Bass, this might be a little difficult, but You can still do it. I'm already set up, so I'm going to say 7-1. And I'm logged in. All right, and I already have an invite from my partner. This is amazing. Love that. I definitely say, recruit people in your life. If you have a regular partner, say, hey, you take care of the invites to the tournaments, things like that. I'm just going to show up and absolutely crush the competition. 1, 4, 6. Great, and here we are. Now, a couple of things that I've discovered in, getting ready to record this video. The first thing is, and I do this anyway, whenever I play online, we want to have what's called confirm bids turned on. Confirm bids give you an extra step between you selecting your bid and you actually making that bid. And it's under your account. So if we look over at account, we know that number is 8-4. And our settings are 8-3. And confirm bids is 1-1. Now it's currently turned off. Obviously, we want that turned on. So we're going to say 1-1. We're going to make sure that box is green, or that little check tab is green. Now, when I first did this, I had pictures of cards on just because I've had pictures of cards on for, however long I've been on Bridgebase. But we don't want pictures of cards right now. What we want to have, let's turn pictures of cards on, actually, and I'll show you the problem. 1-1-6. Okay, so this is what we're used to seeing. And look at my hand. My hand has 3 numbers plus for every single card. It is so hard to see and is so confusing. And it actually gets really, really hard when you're going to play. So I would say that if you're using voice control, I would recommend turning pictures of cards off. 6-8. And this will make it look more like a bridge book, right? The little layout of cards. And it takes some getting used to. I'm sure if you're used to pictures of cards, it's going to take some getting used to. But it'll be much easier in the long run to select your cards, to play your cards, and all that other stuff. Now, so it takes us a little longer to play, and sometimes we might have some awkward pauses. Gosh, I want to tell my opponents that they should be patient with me. If they're not patient with you, maybe they'll grow up. All right, so let's say 1-9-1. I am playing using text to type. Please be patient with me. 1-8-4. 94. Okay. So I pressed 94 because I wanted to press the 2 button. 9-9. And because I have confirm bids on, I have an extra step here before my bid goes. So it is the OK button, which you'll notice that the numbers change depending on what is happening. So that number right now is 8-8. 8-8. And again, voice control really likes it when you take a pause in between. Now, you might be recording a video using voice control. You might be streaming. Who knows? You might be on Facebook Live, or you might be on FaceTime, whatever. When you're ready to do something with the computer, take almost like a breath. Okay. So we've reached our first moment where the computer hasn't given us a number for what we want to press. We want to press tree clubs. And obviously we can't currently do that. We don't have the ability to do that. So what do? We say show grid. And it pops up all these grid areas on the computer. And we look and say, well, 3 is in the 14 slot. So we're going to say 14. And it gives us a smaller grid. And now we know that the button press we want to make is press 2-1. And there it is. There's 3 clubs, or there's 3 rather. And now it did give us a number for 98. So we're going to say, or for clubs. So we're going to say 98. And we need to press OK. I highly recommend keeping confirmed bids on. I know it's an extra step, but I think it's well worth it. 79. 79. It really does like that pause. So, all right. Samantha bid 3 diamonds, 10. I guess we're just going to bid 3 no trump. Wait, we don't have a button. Okay, we know what to do. Show grid. 13. Press 25. 85. 62. I really do feel this is like some strange mix of bridge and bingo. It's kind of fun to call out numbers and it to mean something on the bridge card. Okay, Samantha and I, I assume we're playing our standard Blackwood system, not 1430. But we'll bid it as if we're playing standard Blackwood. And again, we don't have our grid, or we don't have our numbers. So show grid. Show grid. 13. Press 25. 85. 60. Okay. See what Samantha says. My guess is some number of no trump, 6 or 7. Oh my goodness, she's torturing me right now. Down 0, hearts 1, show grid. Oh, what just happened there? Okay, gonna have to delete out of this. Show grid. Press 14. Great. So the computer tabbed out to something that it shouldn't have. I don't know why, but that's okay. Good practice. Pressed 70. 87. 96. 2 kings. 62. So that's how you can fill out the alert system, right? You can fill out the alert system, which is great. You can still follow your obligations of filling out the alert system. 6 no trump. Well, I know what to do about that. Show grid. Show grid. 14. Press 16. Press 93. 94. Serious overbid. 66. Okay. So you can see we can actually give our alerts just like we would do for anything else. All right. And now we're waiting for Samantha to lead. Okay. She led the 10 of clubs. And again, I'll show you what it looks like if you have pictures cards on, because this can be really, really like sort of overwhelming. 97. It's just like, it's so many numbers. So many numbers. So if you can get used to it, I would recommend 217. Keeping it like this. I think it's going to be much easier to see, and it's actually going to be much easier to implement as well in terms of playing the cards, because you can just say 67. One, 1, 2. Okay. 94. Not sure what happened there. The numbers changed on me. So 87. Oh, I'm in dummy. Ha 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 ha. This happened to me earlier. I was so busy teaching how to use this software that I was like, I kept trying to lead from my hand when I was in dummy. Obviously, that's not going to work. Let's unblock the diamond, shall we? 3. Okay. This is right up my alley because in the past, I would have looked at my partner and said, any three you like being a smart aleck, because I know I only have the three of diamonds. 100. 91. 2. Okay. No heart finesses. Thank you very much. 95. 57. 109. 66. 8. 10. 103. 7. 119. 9. 97. 6. 4. 112. 188. So that's it. You can play bridge, and I used my voice for everything, even navigating around the computer, even when I got tabbed out to a different program. If you don't see a button you need, you should say show grid, and then you can zero in on where you want to press mentally, where you want to press the button on the screen. 178. That was so much fun. Thank you, everybody. I am going to bed. Be well. 135. 39. 216. 61. 115. Stop listening. And here we are. I discovered this. I researched this just yesterday, and already I feel like I can play bridge without ever using anything other than my voice. I hope this gets you excited about the potential and possibility to play bridge no matter what's going on in your life. And if you have any questions, if you have any tips or tricks that you want to share, please stop by thebridgeteachers.com, shoot us an email, let us know about your experience playing bridge this way. We'd love to help. We'd love to, make your bridge experience as wonderful as we can.